What's going on, people, and welcome to the Blue Steel Podcast Show. I'm your co-host LV Live, along with my co-host Jeff. Jeff, happy Memorial Day weekend, my man.
Yes, sir. Always nice to have a holiday. We don't have enough of them in America, but it's nice to get one day once in a while. So, how you doing?
Yo, I'm doing pretty good, man. Just eating a lot of hot dogs, cheeseburgers. You gotta throw in a salad once in a while. I don't really want the salad, but
Yeah, you got
uh,
to throw that in there. Uh-huh.
yeah, trying to do the all American thing. And in a couple of weeks, I'm sure we got 4th of July. So just getting ready for the summer. The kids are out of school. So just trying to enjoy this nice weather up here in the Northeast. Unlike yourself, you get that all year round. We don't get that out here, buddy.
Yeah, it's actually been nice, but yeah, that's true. Weather's much better out here.
Yeah.
That's
So
it though.
yeah, man.
That's it though.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. I'm hating, but anyway. Uh, so yeah, people. Please. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for everything you've done, and just communicating with me and Jeff, and just keeping us in the loop, listening to the show. We appreciate it. We truly do. Please continue to hit us up at the Blue Steel Show at gmail.com. Also, too, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, you got a little bell icon. Please hit that. That's when you'll get pretty much updates on our show. As soon as we upload shows, you'll pretty much get a reminder on your computer, phone, whatever you're using, that we have a show that we just recently uploaded.
Exactly.
So if I'm correct, Jeff, I think we have a question, right?
Just to do a mailbag from Akil. Said this a few days ago, but we just getting to it. Says, what's good, fellas? You're amazing. I anticipate my alerts so I can tune in. Keep up the wonderful work. Greek Freak or Kawhi? Who are you building your franchise around? That's what this question is.
Uh, I mean, do you want to take this one first, or you want me to go first? How you want to do it, man?
I mean, it's an easy answer to me.
All right, go.
At this point in their career, it's Kawhi.
Mm.
Kawhi's proven. Already won the NBA Finals, MVP, champion. Uh, Greek Freak is coming into his own. He has some things to work on, which everybody does. Nobody has a perfect game, but at this point, it's not even debatable. If I'm drafting right now, I don't remember exactly how old Kawhi is, but he's not like 42 or nothing crazy. So I'm taking Kawhi hands down. Yeah, he's 27. I mean, he's in his prime. He's getting into his prime. So yeah, I'm easily taking Kawhi. That's easy for me. So, especially what he's done in the playoffs this year. So,
Um, I mean, I have to second that. I mean, I can't even sit here and try to debate with you on this. I mean, this is pretty easy. I mean, and this is not just now, Jeff. I do have to correct you on that. I'm going back to what he did to the Heat when he was with the Spurs.
right.
When the Heat had the big three and he got the Finals MVP.
Yeah, that's what I said. He got that. Give me
Um,
that.
so there's no question it's Kawhi. I mean, he's got the total game. One thing about Kawhi, to me, he's one of the, I would say, since Scottie Pippen, the best two-way player in the league. He plays it on both ends. He guards the best player, and he's giving the best player 25 to 30 a night. I mean, that's unheard of.
Right.
Like I said, we haven't seen a guy like that. I would say probably since Scottie Pippen. People are gonna say Kobe, of course. Um, I give Kobe that, but I put Kobe in a different stratosphere. Kobe's in a discussion with Mike. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I kind of didn't link him in because Kobe is also one of the all time great two-way defender, two-way players, just like MJ was. But Kawhi is like the next, like right underneath. You know what I mean? And he's right there with Scottie Pippen.
Yeah,
Um,
and a better offensive player than Scotty.
exactly. So Akil, dogs, my man, my point guard, brother. I'm gonna have to say Kawhi, and it kind of leads us right into our first 10 because Jeff, he's exploding in these playoffs right now, my man.
Yeah, he is. He is. I mean, Kawhi is He's the MVP of the playoffs, man. He's carrying these Raptors. I mean, they've had some decent games, but there's been games where he's been absolutely sensational. Like you said, both ends of the floor. Matter of fact, a big change in this series that they're playing now, as we're speaking, in this Milwaukee series, he's taking a lot. He's guarding Giannis a lot. So not only is he giving it to him, but he's like, I'm gonna take your best player, the MVP of the league this year, more than likely, and I'm gonna make life hard for him, and he does it. He's relentless, like you said. They call him a robot, man. He just go out there and put in work every night, and gets to his spot. It don't ever seem like nothing phases this guy, but he's having a heck of a playoff run. I mean, you got Steph, who's choking right now, but that was after number 35 went out, and he had to step up, and he can do that when he needs to, of course. But Kawhi has been killing it in the playoffs, so he's definitely there. The playoff MVP, he definitely get it.
Back in the day, Jeff, probably before our time, there was this guy they called the Iceman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or George Gervin.
George Gervin, yes, sir.
I think we got the new version of the Iceman today, my man.
With Kawhi, you gonna call him the new Iceman?
The new Iceman. And Jeff, is there anybody more stoic than him? It's no high, it's no lows, it's the same.
Yep.
And it's like he's got ice water floating through his veins, whether his team is losing by 10 with 3 minutes left and he brings them back, or whether they're up by 40, or whether he needs the game winner. You don't see any reaction from the guy. Nothing. And that's why he's killing dudes, because he don't. This performance that he's doing, this kind of brings me back to, if you remember back when Wade first won the championship. Remember how he carried that Heat team?
Oh yeah, balling.
Which was to me probably one of the best final performances ever. Like that's like top 5 to me, top 2, 3, if however you want to rank it, it's up there.
Yeah.
What Wade did, you know what I mean, for that Heat team. This is very
a young fella.
Yeah,
a young fella.
Jeff, exactly, and Jeff, this is very, very similar to that.
That's a good point. It is. It is.
So I mean, he's just. I mean, what he's doing is just out of this world, man. And I really would like to see them win it. I think they're gonna win tonight. I think they're gonna pull it out tonight. But Jeff, there's no way they're gonna even be able to touch the Warriors. I got the Warriors in 5 in that series. I just think they have time off. They're healing. They're licking their wounds. And they're chomping at the bit to prove to the world that they were the legit team before KD got there. They didn't need KD, so they're on a mission. Jeff, they're on a mission to prove that they never needed him, Jeff. They never needed him.
They needed him, but them dudes can ball. It makes it a little more difficult, a little bit more difficult without him. Obviously, you don't get a player like KD and be like, oh, we don't need you, But well, I mean, they won 73 games without KD, so we already know Golden State was extremely potent, and if you ain't gonna play no D on Clay and Steph, they'll roast you like they did in Portland. So you'll let both them dudes get 30 apiece. That's what's gonna happen to you. Only way I think the series would be a little closer is if they play Milwaukee, and Milwaukee has home court advantage. But I don't think that'll make much of a difference. I agree with you. It's 5 games probably either way. So
Jeff, like I've always said before, and I've stressed this. I'm sure people have heard me say it. You got to beat them 4 times, Jeff. You got to beat them 4. And there's nobody that's going to be able to beat that team 4 times. I mean, they're kind of sitting home chilling. You're forgetting about them, right? Because you see it's the Kawhi show. But you're forgetting about that team in Northern California that's sitting there just waiting, licking their wounds.
Looking at them trophies, about to make clear spot for the next one.
Exactly. Exactly. And how explosive they are. It's so funny, Jeff, because you'll have them up. Excuse me. They'll be losing. Let me rephrase that. They'll be losing by 20. And there'll be a fourth quarter, and it'll be like the beginning of the fourth. You'll be like, the Warriors are gonna lose it. I'll come back, Jeff. I'll turn the game on. It'll be 2 minutes. They're up by 3. I'm saying, how did this happen?
That's what they do, man. They. It's just a great, it's just a great team, man. That's it. Parts fit. They know how to play, know how to step it up. Draymond's playing great. His mom got on him about with the referees, even ball. Like, literally, since KD went down, they've been literally just playing like the 73-win team. They just been balling.
Yeah.
So, nothing else to say with that, man. I mean, kind of leads us into our next thing, more on the NBA. The all defensive and all NBA and all defensive teams came out. I know a lot of people don't pay attention to the all NBA defense teams, but I do. I got a little beef with this first versus second team.
Okay.
So we're gonna talk about the implications with the money. So this is the first team all NBA. Eric Bledsoe for defense. Eric Bledsoe, Marcus Smart, Greek Freak, Paul George, and Rudy Gobert. Okay. Second team, Drew Holiday, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Kawhi Leonard, and Joel Embiid. I ain't never seen a second team this much better than the first team in my life. This is ridiculous, man. To me, Marcus Smart don't even start. How you make an all NBA anything you don't even start? That's number one to me. I'm not saying these dudes can't play. Drew Holiday and Kawhi. Man, all these dudes, I don't think Joel Embiid plays great defense to me. He's overrated with defense. But these other 4 guys are elite defenders. Drew Holiday's an elite defender. Klay, Draymond, we already know about them. Kawhi, all elite defenders. These other guys, Paul George obviously is a great defensive player too. I just think the second team blows the water out of the first team to me. I don't even get this. I don't know if you have anything to say about it, but to me, it don't make any sense.
Listen, man, you have a valid point. Extremely valid. I got a perfect fixture for this for your buddy Marcus Smart. What about the pest, Patrick Beverley? What about him?
Exactly. I forget he didn't even make one.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that's ridiculous. That don't make any sense. He's on first team All NBA. He don't even start. Like, come on, man. I don't even know the last time that's happened. I have no idea. I didn't look it up, but that was my biggest beef. I'm like,
and also Eric Bledsoe. When did he play defense? Since when?
First team too.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't get this. I don't know who they paid off as far as the writers.
No, Jeff. They didn't pay nobody off. You know what happened? Someone closed their eyes and picked some names out of a hat. That's what they did.
Oh my gosh, that don't make any sense, man. I haven't heard enough about it. You got Klay. This is first time making all defense. Should have been making it. Like, it don't make any sense, man. But let's get to what people love, which is the all NBA, teams and all that. I know you've seen them. You got. My biggest thing with this was the third team. Because the third team, this is where that money come in. Those bonuses, those $30 million bonuses, the Supermax deals. So you had Kemba Walker on third team All NBA, Russell Westbrook, Blake Griffin, LeBron, and Rudy Gobert, who actually made first team All NBA defense, like we just said, from Utah. Now, that impacted Klay. That impacted who else didn't make 13 ahead?
Cat.
Yeah, Cat from Minnesota. But what do you? You're obviously cutting it pretty thin. Besides this, I don't even like to say this, but Russell Westbrook, obviously one of the best players. I'm just talking about with these teams. It's this impact. I don't know how you figure this out. I don't know what makes you pick one player to the other. But I'm like, is your impact bigger than like a Klay Thompson on the overall team? Sometimes I think his stuff is just obviously 3 years in a row triple-double, but it's like, is it real numbers to me? I don't even know if that makes sense, but is it really impacting you all winning and losing? Or is it just getting numbers to get them? People get those little bunnies and stuff at the end of the games, and it seems like teammates let them get rebounds, just to get the numbers. Is it really impacting the W's? So that's my only thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you think about it, but that's kind of my thoughts on that.
You're absolutely right. One thing, the one knock on Russell Westbrook is that you got to win, man. Clay has been to 5 finals, 5, and he's a big piece to that team. Yes. He's not getting triple doubles. This has had an impact. On him and getting max dollars, and you got to understand another guy that's not on the team. To me, injured or not, he deserves to be on it. Is Anthony Davis? He's not on there.
No, he's not.
Rudy Gobert doesn't deserve to be on that team over Anthony Davis.
Over AD, no.
Right? LeBron had a subpar year compared to what we used to. He even still made the 13. That tells you just because of who LeBron is, that's why he made 13.
He actually, again, that's more numbers. He actually had a better year this year than numbers wise, not impact on the court. Got hurt and stuff like that, but he had a good year. Not a normal LeBron year in terms of impacting the whole team, but I see what you're saying.
You got valid points. But this really had an impact, Jeff, on the big money. Guys getting the max deals. That's what this is. That's something that the owners put in place. An incentive that comes with your contract. If you make any of the NBA teams, first team, second team, third team, you're pretty much eligible for a max deal.
Right. Town said they got 30%.
Right.
Yeah.
So what was that?
Now they're gonna get 25.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? 30 versus 25%.
Right. So now
the salary cap. Yeah.
Exactly. So now that bumped out a guy like Clay.
And Cat, like we said.
Right. So now Clay can't get that max deal, but who it does?
But Kemba can.
Exactly. There you go.
MJ cutting that big check.
No, he's not giving him that check.
Man, you can walk, man. We ain't making the playoffs no way.
Right.
So,
but here's who that opens this up for also. Next year for the Greek Freak getting a max deal from Milwaukee. Does Milwaukee give it to him? And I got one better. Does he take it, Jeff?
I think he does. He seems like the type of guy that would stay. I think so. It's like a 5 year. It's basically $50 million a year. Basically, it's like $247 million for 5 years. I think that's what the number was. Looked at it the other day. You think he leaves?
He want my honest opinion. I think he's gonna look at his options.
So you think he's gonna leave it on the table? And just become a free agent.
I think he's going to look at his options. I don't think he automatically takes. No one automatically takes the first deal, right? You always want to see what else is out there.
Some people do. Russell did.
Right. So I think he might shop around. You know what I mean? Because if I'm correct, he's got a new shoe coming out. He's got a lot of endorsements that are coming.
Mm-hmm.
I can see him having conversations with LeBron in the summer on the banana boat. Right? And
he gonna take D-Wade's spot on the banana boat.
I can't. All right, come on, man. Come on. I'm trying to hold it together. I apologize. People, we having fun on this holiday weekend, man, as you can see. And I think that Jeff, he's gonna pretty much look at his options, because if he can make money other places, then he can make up for that max contract, and then at the same time he can win. My thing is
winning,
right? But Jeff, what I mean by winning, this is first taste of it. First taste this year. So what I'm saying is, next year is another year. If he don't make it to the finals this year, if he don't make it next year to the finals, then that's what kind of leaves that door open. That's what I'm saying. So to where you could possibly say, you know what, let me be courted, right? Let me go down to Houston. Let me go to LA just to have a conversation with LeBron, even though I have been talking to him on the banana boat. Right? So let me kind of just do that. Let me go to the Clippers. Let me see. And then I got one better. Let me go down to South Beach and let me talk to that guy with that slick hair
Pat Riley.
and look at all those trophies he's got laid out. And he comes over to me. He says, hey, listen, let's have a meeting. You think we're meeting in the boardroom, and he's taking a meeting on a speedboat.
On the yacht.
Now, that's totally different than living up in Milwaukee in 12 feet of snow. with a heavy bank account. I'm just saying. LeBron said it best years ago. He said it best. He said, listen, me getting $150 million from the Cavs and maybe getting 105, 98 million from Miami, it doesn't change my lifestyle. Yeah. I'm still able to get the same stuff.
Right.
If I want a Bugatti, I can still get a Bugatti. If I still want Ford, I can still get the same stuff. I'm able to. My lifestyle doesn't change. The price tag doesn't change. So if I'm getting deals now, I'm at Miami. The sneaker's gonna sell differently than it would be if I'm in Milwaukee. I'm be able to get more players because here's the thing, Jeff. As you know, he signed that max deal. Who else are they gonna be able to sign, Jeff?
Nobody. Middleton, who was on their team.
So where do they go? Because everybody's gonna be loading up.
Yeah, you got to resign people. They got a deep team. No, I hear you. I'm not disagreeing. I just
so that's why I'm throwing that.
Money. That's a lot of bread to leave on the table.
Yeah, you got. Listen.
That's what the owners are hoping that he signs. They're hoping he is. I was just looking at his contract, man. He has 2 years left on his current contract, actually. He signed a $100 million contract. He's in year 2. So he's 2 more seasons. He's an unrestricted free agent. He'll be unrestricted if he don't do nothing at the age of 26. Coming off an MVP probably this year at 23, 24 years old. So,
I mean,
that's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it is very interesting. It is very interesting. And they're hoping that he takes the money. But I'm just saying, when you have little people chirping in your ear and you have different options, right? Now you got a lot to deal with. Now you have a lot to look at. Because especially if you're not winning and you're getting close, but nobody wants to come to Milwaukee because it's cold. Everybody wants to go to LA, link up with LeBron. You can't get certain guys to come up there. You know, they're not gonna have them because here's the thing: Bledsoe has played well as of late. So here's the thing: you can have another team that's willing to give him more than that. You might have, I don't know, Philly might say, "Yo, Bledsoe, we'll give you more than what they paying you." He gonna hop on the money.
All of the money.
Right, so now you lose him. Now you lose I like the kid. I forget his name, number 13.
Oh, Brogdon?
Right.
Brogdon?
Right. So here's the thing. So they may not be able to really sign him for a big deal. What if he goes someplace and maybe goes down to Houston and signs for a big deal down there? Who knows? I'm just throwing out stuff. So now, you know what I mean? So the league changes so much. People, flip teams. There's no loyalty. You got to put yourself in the best situation, of course, where you can earn great money, but also, too, where everybody wants to come there and play. I know I'm kind of getting long-winded, but this third NBA team and these max deals, it's changing the league, Jeff. It is.
Yeah, I mean, and that's how the players are, man. They try to team up and stuff. Well, it'll be interesting to see. That's why they put it in there to try to keep players where they at. We'll see what he does. We'll see what he does. So, let's move on to 3rd and 1. Your favorite topic, NFL, anything?
Yes, it is.
The OTAs, everything kind of getting in order. Don't want to get too deep into it because obviously a long time until the season start. But NFL is the league. So, what are you thinking? What are you looking at, and what rookies you looking at? What you got?
Well, I'm excited about the new faces, man, around the league. It's very, very exciting, man. I know a lot of people aren't paying attention to the mini camps and the OTAs, like you mentioned. But you got to see who's who. I'm a big Giant fan, but the Jets look scary. The Jets look very scary. They gotta maybe try to add a couple of wide receivers, but they have the quarterback and they got the running back and they got the defense now. You just added the number one D tackle coming out along with Leonard Williams, and you still got Jamal Adams back there. And if I'm correct, didn't they sign the linebacker from the Ravens?
Yeah, they did. Dude from Alabama. I don't know why I can't
Right,
think of his name
C.J.
right now.
Mosley.
He
C.J.
thought that
Mosley.
Mosley. Yep.
The Jets are coming, man. The Jets are coming. They look good. I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting. I mean, the league's gonna be super exciting. I mean, Gerald McCoy just got released, and from Tampa Bay. He's been a Pro Bowl there for quite a few years, and then but they just signed Ndamukong Suh for a 1 year deal. Um, so you got. I want to see what Derrick Henry does this year. I think he's gonna put up big numbers. The Titans also got a big wide receiver from Ole Miss, AJ Brown. I mean, I can go on all day. I mean, I'm just super excited about the league. I really, really think Kyler Murray's going to put up major numbers in the NFL. Just huge numbers.
Yeah, future MVP coming.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, he's got the perfect tailored offense for him, and then
Right.
Patrick Mahomes, the rich just keep getting richer, as we know with Kareem Hunt ending up there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Excuse me. No, I'm bugging. I'm sorry. I apologize. I meant to say the Cleveland Browns with Kareem Hunt ended up. The rich just keep getting richer because, hey man, look, we got to see what they're gonna do, but it's looking pretty scary up there. So I mean, the league is just exciting right now.
Yeah, definitely, man. You said got a lot, man. I mean, there's a long way to go. The biggest thing in the NFL, man, is always just getting out of these, mini camp, OTAs, with in preseason with the least amount of injuries as possible. Of course,
yeah, guys being healthy.
Got to come out healthy. As always, man, there's a lot of teams that feel optimistic about it, what they can do. We'll see. My biggest question is just seeing how Cleveland does with the hype. Because it's different when you expect to win 3-4 games, and now when you got people saying you should win a division, which I haven't done in like 700 years. What you gonna do with that, and all these personalities and everything else that you got in the locker room with still a young quarterback, second year, and a lot of anticipation. So that'll be very interesting to see exactly what happens with them and a lot of other teams. So we'll be getting there soon enough. We're about to go into dog days of summer, but football will be here before you know it. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Will. All right, people. We're getting to the end of our show. Once again, thank you for listening to us. And straight to it, 4th and goal, July 20th, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
In Vegas.
MGM Garden. The Garden Arena. Seen a couple fights there already.
Your boy. Your boy. That's what I'm going to call him. Your boy. Keith, not 2-time no more, 1-time Thurman. The WBA Super Welterweight Champion is going to fight an all-time great Manny Pacquiao, the Pac-Man, in Vegas on July 20th. Jeff, it's
40-year-old.
Oh, man, Jeff, it's a mega fight. What do you see happening, Jeff, with the return of your man Keith, 1-time Thurman?
This is kind of hard for me to predict, man. Obviously, before it's like 2 year being off 2 years, I'd have felt he would have demolished Pac, man. But I don't know, man. This is really hard for me to predict, man. Like in my head, I'm like Thurman should win, But Pac-Man's been there a ton of times, former 8-time, division champ, Hall of Famer, all-time great. Thurman has to win this fight, right? I mean, he has to. Like, there's no, you can't lose this fight and be even up in the conversation with all the other, welterweights that we've been talking about. I'd like to know more than anything how he even pulled it off that he got this fight before he found any other guys. But good move on his part. It's obviously a huge name. Everybody knows who Pac-Man is. As opposed to any other fighters you can fight at welterweight, even though they're in their prime and Pac-Man's just making cash grabs, which I don't blame him for. So, who you got in this fight?
I'm with you. I think it's a toss up. Thurman 2 years ago. Thurman when Thurman was Thurman. I said it like 3 times. uh, the old Keith Thurman that was Keith two-time Thurman, who was the WBC and WBA champion, would have stopped Pacquiao in like the third, fourth round.
Yeah, like
Um,
when we seen him fight in Brooklyn, he'd be
yeah,
a couple years ago.
yeah. I don't see that guy anymore. I see a guy who's comfortable. I see a guy who's sleeping in silk sheets, and he's pretty much enjoying his lifestyle. He don't have the same hunger. He don't have the hunger like Clubber Lang and Rocky when he was doing pull-ups in the sewer on the poles.
He chilling, eating shrimps.
Yeah, yeah, that's what he's doing, man. You're absolutely right. He eating shrimps. He got married. He's becoming, for boxers, what they say, he's becoming civilized.
Right.
Right,
You don't
Jeff?
got that same drive. Yeah, you don't got that same drive and hunger.
Right. So this is a dangerous fight for him because Pacquiao, regardless whether he's a senator, regardless if he's going to be president of Philippines one day, whatever he is, right? He always fights with the same hunger of the kid that was living on the street eating out of garbage cans.
Right.
Like he always fights like that. He doesn't fight like a guy that's made it. He just doesn't. So you can never underestimate him. You know, he's done it before. So I can see him squeaking this out. I'll give Thurman the nod, but there's a reason why Pac-Man didn't want to fight Errol Spence. There's a reason why he picked Thurman, right?
Right.
He was at that fight in Dallas. He saw what Spence was, and he said, "Nah, not him, not that guy. No.
10 years ago, not now.
Not now. That's the guy I can't. No. If I'm forced to fight him, then okay. But no, because he could have easily fought Spence and could have packed out that Dallas stadium. They could have did it in July, and it would have been a mega fight. He would have made a lot of money. But he didn't take it, and he took the lesser road of Thurman. There's a reason why he did that, Jeff. And I think we're going to see July 20th.
He got a shot. That's why.
Right.
Good shot.
Right. So, it's going to be exciting, man. It's going to be exciting. People, if you don't know, please follow these fighters. All these fighters that me and Jeff mentioned, you please got to follow them, look them up, follow them on YouTube, listen to these guys. People, please. Boxing is back. Deontay Wilder, Saul Canelo Alvarez, all these great fighters. Of course, Terrence Bud Crawford. You guys got to... Javante Tank Davis. I mean, Lomachenko. The list goes on and on. Anthony Corny Joshua. You know, listen. It's so many great fighters out there. J. Rock Williams just whooped up on Jared Hurd. Crazy out there in D.C. It's just so many great fighters. You guys got to understand the fight game is back. Please. You know what I mean? I'm promoting it because me and Jeff are on it. But you guys got to get on it too. Trust me. I know everybody likes the MMA, but you guys got to really get back into boxing, man. There's a lot of stars out there. And trust me, you will not be disappointed.
Absolutely. Man, that's it, man. We'll see. We got some time to talk about that one. That'll be that's in July, middle of the summer, middle of the heat. We'll see what your boy do. They need to just hang it up. Thurman, if you can't beat Pac-Man at 40, you need to hang it up. So
yeah, very true. Hey man, great show, man.
Yes, sir. Everybody, like we always say, appreciate you following us. Subscribe on YouTube, Blue Steel Show, Instagram, Blue Steel Show, and Twitter at Show Steel. Hit the subscribe button, and then you got to hit the little bell icon on YouTube to get alerts every time we post it. For the show. So, Nikhil, appreciate the email and everything like that, and appreciate the love, people.
Yes, sir. We appreciate the love. We will be back better than ever next week. Jeff, enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. I was going to say enjoy your Memorial Day hot dog because that's what I'm thinking about food right now. Sorry. Enjoy your Memorial Day, brother.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler at you. All right, people.
All right. Later.
Later.